Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are solely for entertainment purposes and are not intended to harm or offend anyone.
My daughter Edie came out to me as trans 5 years ago. And 2 years later, she socially transitioned to a girl. Okay. And since then, I've watched her blossom into a beautiful young lady. So much in her life has changed. It's been such a positive experience. But I also see people asking all the time, what if she changes her mind? What if she's not happy? So I thought, let's go ask her. Edie?
Yeah?
It's been 5 years since you've been a girl. Are you happy?
Yeah?
Is it just me, or is this person even old enough to go to the theme park? It definitely didn't have to do with environmental influence, right?
You just really don't want to answer the questions, do you?
I came today very willing and enthusiastic about answering questions about women's and gender sexuality studies, which is
so
the work that I do.
You wanted to answer questions about women's studies, and so shouldn't the first answer you should be able to provide is what exactly is a woman?
Well, for me, it's actually a really simple answer, and that's a person who identifies as a woman.
But what are they identifying as?
As a woman.
But what is that?
As a woman.
Do you know what a circular definition is?
I do.
It's sort of like what you're doing right now, where a woman is a woman.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you're seeking what we would call in my field of work an essentialist definition of gender.
Is it so hard to say X and Y chromosomes?
Should kids be allowed to play football?
No, I don't think so.
Should kids be allowed to do drag shows?
Yeah, if they want to.
So should kids be allowed to play football?
I think no.
Should kids be allowed to go to drag shows?
Yes. I don't think that drag shows pose any harm to children at all.
Yeah, let's ban football and have men dressed up as women while wearing strap-ons. Great way to raise a child.
Women in this country still make 77 cents on the dollar for what men make. So if women don't make less than men?
Actually, if you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that.
Wait.
Well,
don't tell
first
me
of
the
all,
reasons are. Do women make less than men for doing the same work?
No, because...
Wow.
Well,
okay.
Well, for example, men work an average of 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more. Women want more flexible
Listen, this is not a math is hard.
No. Yes, it is, actually.
No, it isn't.
Well, you have to
listen.
All right, let Rachel frame it, though, the way she
right now,
laid it out.
women are making 77 cents on the dollar for what men are making.
But that's not true. If so,
all right, let Rachel make her point.
Every greedy businessman in America would hire only women, save 25%. And I love how passionate you are. I wish you were as right about what you're saying as you are passionate about it. I really do. For example, may I share one fact with you? When you look at, for example, single women working in America today between the ages of, I think, 40 and 64, who makes more, men or women, on average? Men make $40,000 a year. Women make 47. When you take out the marriage factor, look at some economics. My point here is that we're manufacturing a political crisis.
The only thing they do is scream in hopes of winning an argument, but this one got cooked instead.
You're wearing a belt. Is that belt from leather or is that an artificial?
Yeah, it's vegan leather, yeah.
Okay, but it's leather.
Yeah, it's not someone's skin.
So it's actually an artificial product. That's the question I'm asking.
Yeah, no one was shot in the head for my belt. Vegan leather, so it's a synthetic material and no one was shot in the head.
So
and
that
it's
bit
not
of
someone
synthetic
else's skin.
material you've got, that produced as much CO2 as driving my car from here to Darwin.
Can I see the scientific resource?
Go to WHO, the United Nations WHO website. That will actually show you that for every 500 grams of synthetic material created, it produces as much CO2 as driving 2,000 kilometers.
These vegans do nothing but complain. Meanwhile, they are the actual problem.
I'm a Pacific Islander and I am a senior in high school and I plan on attending college. Many of my teachers have told me, especially my counselors, like I've been nervous about getting into colleges. Many have told me you're a person of color, like you're guaranteed a spot in the college of your dreams. And I've been told that by many of my teachers. And I wanted to ask you what you thought about it because I refuse to believe that I'm going to be accepted into the college of my dreams due to the color of my skin or the underrepresentation of my people. And more on, I have great grades, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, and I plan on...
Affirmative action always puts one person above another based on characteristics that I don't think are important. And you have just beautifully isolated what is so deeply morally wrong about affirmative action, which is you've studied really hard, I imagine, right? You've applied yourself. And your teachers are looking at you as a skin color. They're not looking at you as someone with good character, good test grades, someone that shows up and does all the extra homework. They're obsessed with your skin color. And we have a word for that. It's called being a racist and a bigot. I hate to cut to that too fast. Let me tell you the tragedy. that you're going to have to navigate. Let's pretend your dream school is Stanford, and you go to Stanford. People are going to think you got there just because of your skin color. It creates more racism. They're not going to assume that you had good grades, that you could have gotten in on your own merits, which, based on how articulate you ask the question, you probably could. We want a society based on how hard somebody works, how hard they apply themselves, the content of their character.
These woke people don't realize that they are actually the ones that are racist.
You know, we have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke. And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke. Yeah.
Do not come.
How much money should your man make a year, Heather?
8 figures.
8 figures?
Ideally.
Okay, so that's $10 million.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Ideally.
Okay,
sure.
ideally. Gotcha. So,
I mean, ideally or realistically?
Stop it. Get some help.
You asked
well,
ideally.
let's go realistically, since ideally is... So you want to date an NBA...
You know what? Add a couple million on that.
Yeah, you want to date an NBA player, but like the best NBA player, because most NBA players make like $3 million. You want to date the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
No, I don't date athletes.
Or you want to date the CEO of Amazon. All right, so athletes are out?
Athletes are out.
Okay, so athletes are out. So
Sorry,
all your
guys.
$10 million just got cut in half.
Always, or is this a new?
I've dated athletes and it's just not my thing. So I've tried it. It's just personal preference. Nothing against you guys.
So
but
ideally, respect, $10 million. Fuck it. By the way, what percentage of men do you think make $10 million a year? 0.0000.
I mean, she might need to go to outer space to find such genetics.
Organized kind of idea that it's okay to catcall at women and that sort of thing. What is the solution in your opinion?
What is the solution to catcalling? Certainly not walking around in my underwear.
So I just got back from the grocery store, and this guy came up to me and he called me a freak. And this person behind him, they took off their shoe and just started hitting him. And I was shocked and I immediately left. Point is that my shoe's now broken.
I hope this alien gets sent behind bars. I would be shocked too if I saw this dude.
Not a person, not a person, not a person. Coming out the other end, a person! Human rights! Congratulations, you now have value. Can't say the same for this one.
She just perfectly explained the logic behind abortion, and it really makes no sense at all.
Me or a new Lamborghini?
Lambo.
What about me or a Honda Civic?
What year?
I guess 2002?
Yeah. Probably has less miles than you on it.
Hey, yo! What?
This guy got his priorities straight. Gotta check the stats before choosing the vehicle. Anyways, if this was funny, then like and subscribe, or you will become woke forever.